Hey guys, this is a loser story, my story. So, hear me out. Like, the way I see it is like almost all of us, no exceptions, have felt the pain of loss, same as joy of happiness. Uh, so, the thing is like, what do you say that? I mean, like, I've been contemplating a lot, studying, learning, and trying to figure out, like, why my life is the way it is, and why everyone seems to think the same thing, like, and you know, every day is the same thing, but still can't we still can't actually help ourselves committing the same mistake, like, I mean, like, let's see, like, we talk about love and all that, but how do we end up doing just exactly opposite of it in certain circumstances, certain situations? Why is it, like, it kind of sounds like hypocrite. I came up with this thought, like, it comes like thoughts in my head. Like, there have been a lot of guys calling me a lot of names, like, for my perception, for the things I put up. They call me heretic. Are you even Christian? Pedophile. And, so I think, like, what the hell, like, insane, lunatic. I hear that every day, like, lunatic. And look at them, like, and I think, like, what the hell, like, you're calling me lunatic just because you cannot understand me. There's something alien about me, like, something you cannot resonate with. So this is where it becomes very simple for me to understand people. Uh, Supposing you have a fruit in your hand, like, supposing an apple. So it's another story that is it an apple or is somebody just told you it's an apple. Supposing the fruit that you know as apple, you recognize it as an apple anywhere. If you didn't know the difference between apple and tomato or cauliflower, you wouldn't be able to get some apples if you wanted, like, The point is, you resonate, you recognize only what you know. You do not recognize what you don't know. So that's very funny, no? So that's why you don't recognize losers. So here's a loser story. So I've been a loser since the get-go, as I say, like, from the time I was born, like, but it's human perception. I was born a being. My father told me, like, okay, you are a human being, and human being. Funny. He gave me a name. I said okay. When I grew up, he said, like, you're an adult, and still my name was, I mean, like, his construct. Then I got married. Yeah, not my own construct. The society's construct, XYZ. Then I became a father. Then it dawned on me, like, today I don't feel so divine, like, no way, I don't feel it's kind of imposed, I'd still do the same things, but by calling me father and defining my responsibilities seemed a little bit like, a loser story to me. In a way, I'm not exactly doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing somebody else's bidding. So today morning I put up one uh, perception, one thought. Like words don't lie. It's the arrangement of words and rearrangement of words that creates the sentence, that creates the illusion of lie or what do you call that? The other one, truth. In a way, everything that you know is constructed by words. I grew up in a Christian family, so I wonder if a lot of guys from other faith will um, connect with me. So it says I'm Alpha to Omega. Okay, I'm the beginning, I'm the end. It's a very bloody strange thing to say, and there's another verse it says, in the beginning there was word. And I think was, beginning was, is there an end? XYZ. Then it says word was with God and word was God. I'm thinking was, past tense. I had my dinner I shat I crapped it out past tense. it, so being a loser, being the odd one out, I had the knack to see the oddities in everything. As they say, to catch a thief, you have to be a thief, So it was quite easy for me to see things very from the time I was born. I take it now from the time I was born. So out of a loser story, from being Christian and somebody imposing, okay, since I'm in India, the thing is, the majority of the population here is Hindu. These guys, they say, we are Sanatanis. Sanatan means eternal, okay, life cycle. So I said, okay, then it's for you to have that. But why is he imposing on me, on a faith that even I didn't choose, So conversion, XYZ, all that chaos is there. But anyway, that's not much of a thing, for me at least. But right now, it's going to be, well, let's see now. So, from loser's perspective, and here's the thing about words. I've been noticing oddities since my childhood. So there's a pattern in oddities, and thing is the way Bible says. I've been reading it, I've been living it, I've been XYZ. So I see certain things in certain manner. So this is what I figured out. Words are blueprints of energy flowing at certain vibration, at certain frequency, through a certain mass of particles. That is us. When you combine 5 elements, anything, tree or animal or whatever, whatever non-man made, whatever natural, everything is bundle of molecules. Okay, so the energy within, when we want to speak, consciously, brain functions and all that, and we speak, we vibrate from inside the mass. That molecules, they vibrate through neurons and all that. It goes and vibrates your thoughts, and that comes out as words, wind energy. Okay, so I see words as I don't see words as words anymore. I tap into that energy, that you can understand that part. So you just add up, join the dots. Thing is, when somebody says something, I know what he's saying, because in physics class, we learned, energy can't be created or destroyed. So it's very simple, like when you have your senses open to all the energy that person is releasing, you know what he is saying. When you know that what which word holds what frequency. Okay, vibrations might differ. You might say love here, somebody might say pyar, somebody might say something in their own language. Okay, mohabbat, etc., etc. But the energy is the same thing. The faces differ. So that way I know, like who isn't speaking what. By I can actually, um, I can actually listen to human thoughts. Like it's too much of energy in them. I can say what the front person is going to do. I can manipulate. So let's leave at that part. Besides that, what I was trying to say is I've been watching this pattern. Like I can actually see everything. What a animal is speaking and what trees are speaking. They're tough. Trees are very tough to read. Birds, sky, air, all the five elements. Like I can tap into that energy by not holding on to it, by letting it flow. Okay, that evolves our molecular charges. It gives it a polarity. I just tap into the pattern of that polarity, like, and I know what. Okay, it was something like that. You know, so it's not much of a difficult for me. I call it a loser's mathematics, like a simple addition, subtraction, division in Vedas and Bible and Quran and any book, whatever book you pick it up. Words are just arrangements of the same thing. That's how we got bound by Alpha to Omega. It's a prison. Okay, hold on, I'll get to that later in the prison part. So, out of these oddities, my life being governed by this government and social environment right now, I used to watch Modi, like, is our prime minister right now. Okay, so he is everything. We've been watching him. Har Har Modi, Ghar Ghar Modi, like, I watched the oddities. So, the pattern I saw in the politics, there's a saying, like, control the food, control the masses, control the energy, control the whole bloody vessels, like, the connecting vessels. So, I'm smoking as of now. Let's hold on for a while. Like, I'll continue. So in this pattern, like I saw, like when I went back to village few times back, I saw these people. They work in the land and all that. What happened? Okay, they work the fields. The video. Like the recording got crashed. Like what the hell? Anyway, so it was in the village. I saw another oddity. Like thing is like these farmers, they grow their crops, yet they don't get to price their product. So I made videos on that, how money isn't real, but it's okay. Like when everybody knows a lie, it's not a lie anymore because everybody accepts it. So in that sense, like politics has generalized a lot of things, like normalized a lot of things. So, but I'm not blaming anyone. If anyone is thinking, like by taking sides, you already laid down the foundation to war. So I don't want to contribute anymore. Like I don't want to be in this trap. So anyway, forget that part. The thing is like the loser's pattern, like loser's story. So this politics, it revealed one thing, like food source is land, and even in Bible there's mentioned, like we shouldn't have the Adam and Eve shouldn't have had the fruit of right and wrong. And since being considered a bloody faithless fellow by my own father, and so many XYZ accusations from everybody, like from the church and all, so I began to question a lot of things, like the oddities, it appears as a naked, it can be, like, so I started seeing from a loser's perspective religion, how everything came to be, like how we follow it. So then, India being the land where Hindus say, like, they are the oldest religion. So it struck me quite odd, like, why religion is so odd and all that, like, oldest and all that. It's, what are we, in a race or something like that? You know, I was first, you're second, this and that, like. But Modi's, you know, his uh, term, like, it, spill the beans. He's giving Adani land left, right, and center. Is ripping off trees, deforestation for raw material, this and that, like coal and petroleum, this and that. No, there's a certain pattern in that. So history repeats itself, it seems, and all the books, like, all the holy books, as we see, are scrolls, history. So it's there. I saw it. So now I mean, like, I'm odd guy. So even human, I mean, like, even by human standards, like, even my own standards, I sometimes find myself thinking, like, what the hell, like, who am I, like, I'm not supposed to be like this. So this, I saw the pattern in Ramayana, in Mahabharata. It's a story of fight within a family for land. Okay, it's been narrated so. I mean, like, that's why I said, like, words don't lie. Is the arrangement and rearrangement of words that makes the sentences, creates the illusion of right and wrong, or truth and lie. So the narratives, like, it's conditioning the human mind. That's what I feel. Oh, where's the music, like? Hold on. Let me try again. Yeah. So I started viewing the story of Ramayana from a loser's perspective. Ravan being the loser, it seems he was he had victory over three lokas, three loks. I figured, like, what's the big deal about three lokas? It's body, mind, and soul. And then he had 10 heads, like. uh, Since I see energy, words as energy, I could resonate, like, I could recognize those 10 heads are levels of our senses. The five senses you can see on your face, like, and beyond five, the sixth one you cannot see. The awareness you develop of the surroundings. Okay. Then seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, it goes beyond, like. So Ravan, like, after mastering the body, mind, and soul, he was a very wise guy. He was not a proud guy. So this is where it gets strange, like, the narrator Ved Vyas, the guy who wrote his story, I found his origin, like, he started from he was born in an island, or inland, or island, or whatever, like, an isolated place, a prison. Okay. So that story is for another time. The thing is, he said some events in motion, like, and the ripples are still here. So the thing is, like, now you see in the story of Ramayana, there's this Sita. Okay, she's called Bhumi Devi. Found from earth, she's from earth, that's land, like, okay. So, and now they call Lanka, like, Sri Lanka, the land of gold, like, it is full of gold and all that. Land is just like a stone, like, unless you cultivate it, unless you work on it. So the knowledge that makes the land grow is the real gold. You should listen to Sting, Fields of Gold. it'll fall in pieces. Like by the time I'm done with this video, probably your whole life will you know you'll recapture the whole life you have lived. Like not just life, you'll go beyond. Like I'm drinking milk. I just had a joint. I smoke weed. Anyway, so what happens is like here, like these guys, they go and invade, and this is where I was studying Aryan invasion. Aryan invasion, like any invasion, the way we guys see superficially, like uh, hordes of what do you call this? Armies with guns and muskets, and since beginning, like hordes of armies coming with weapons, like. But very cleverly, the narrator hides the fact that, uh, in the sense, like, just make a hole in a dam. Okay, the whole dam will crack open. A rotten fish spoils the whole pond. Just a concept will spoil the whole community. That's the thing. That's why you have churches and what do you call it? Temples and mosques. It never was a religion. Okay, so it was about land. It was real estate. Okay, so the shrewd guys, they recruited like they got a guy, a normal day-to-day guy, like his name was Ram. Just the way we uh, have campus selection and all that, wisest guy, knowledgeable guy, and all that. That kind, like we breed robots in schools, and out of the best, you choose the best one who writes the company, who takes care of the whole what do you call that, corporate company. It's the same thing. So this guy was a scapegoat, Ram, and the story about Sita seeing the gold and all that. It's about actually she being land and all that. Join the dots, like it's been very cleverly written. So she was a woman who knew what land is, and she knew what you need to cultivate. And Ravan fellow, like this guy was a indigenous tribal guy, like king of his area. He was with the elements, like a guy from the nature. He knew how he could speak to wind, he could speak to all the five elements, like so he could transform. He could. That level is very high. I can feel it. I actually have been through it so many times, but it's registering now, like So anyway, about natives and all that, speaking to their spirits and all that is the same thing. So he was the guy like who knew nature very well. He was one with nature. Okay, nature is God. Anyway, so the thing is like the whole narrative, the way it was rearranged of the real estate. I saw it in political patterns. Like I was in Pune for quite some time, and there I made friends with local friends. Like they used to talk about Sherlock Power coming and his goons coming and grabbing. I mean, like taking land and all that by forcibly signing papers and all that. You might have seen a lot of movies like that. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, I can tell you so many events. It's happening around even right now. How my place was built. I mean, like how the city, town, how it was brought about. Well, it's not. Nobody's there to be blamed. Like you guys are trapped. So the thing is like they sent Ram there. So when I broke this thing, like it's a syndicate, a real estate syndicate. Uh, like how criminals they have a mastermind. So in Vedas, they noticed this whole procedure, and actually Vedas are the way to come out of this whole syndicate. But it's been evolving, ever evolving. So the way we guys are trapped, the way I know, you guys won't take it. Anyway, so you must have seen a lot of mafia movies, mob movies. There's a mastermind behind everything. Like, okay, there's a planner. So in this Sanatan Dharam or Hindu Dharam, they say like Brahmins come from head, mastermind. Okay, they're born out of the head, and the Kshatriya guys like they are from the arms and all that. Manpower. Yeah, the number of hands you have, the number of force you have. So those were the criminal guys, like outcasts and all that. So the guy who goes and thrashes and gets you the stuff you're supposed to deal with. So they were dubbed, like renamed. What do you call that? Say, protectors of religion. So actually, they were normal day-to-day guy goons. Like today we have a lot of names. Like even my friends are there in it. Uh, then the guy like Vaishya, thighs, legs, this part like top part, just one which gives support, like keeps the accounts and all that. So this is where it gets interesting. The lower part, Shudra guys, the Vanar Sena, the guys who follow blindly. Once you polarize them, they'll do anything in the name of religion. That kind of guys, the low level guys. So I saw that thing, like anywhere you want to take your land, like you bloody plant a what do you call flag, that saffron flag, this and that. But it's okay. The point is, even if you take the land, you need some people to work on it, and you guys are not farmers, like You're not the kind of real farmers. You do farm, but you farm farmers, the real sons of earth. So this part, then as they say, as the Hindu religion and guys who says we are Sanatanis, as they say, like we are the oldest religion. Given, agreed. Then the oldest trade should belong to you because you guys know everything. So the flesh trade, and that goes. The stories go, the narratives. You will see it will fascinate you. Like I see the pattern in all of them. Everybody is after the land, like Even so now, and this is the oldest religion. So it's the oldest business. So now it's spread in Middle East. So the Middle East guys, like they grabbed a fellow named Jesus, day-to-day guy, who figured out like you guys are screwing around so badly, like uh, anybody who comes around saying the truth against the crowd, you're a traitor. You're XYZ, like you can't say anything against a crowd called country. You'll be labeled traitor. It's the same thing. Whether you are a reporter or this or that, like Jesus has come in so many forms. Like if I have to say, truth is Jesus. Then सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम. शिव कितने बार आके गए, आप लोगों ने उसकी बजा डाली. एक का नाम तो संजीव भट्ट है, शायद पता नहीं, जेल में है अभी तक. That way, anybody who speaks truth is a form of Jesus or Ram or Allah, any God you think, that is. In that sense, like okay, forget that part. So this is how it happens in Bible. Like I often wonder, like why the hell did you guys make a religion out of what you are not supposed to do? You're not supposed to have the right fruit of right and wrong. And by going to church and you start saying like, okay, this guy is bloody drunk, he's a wrong fellow, he's a well dressed guy, he goes to the job, he does everything properly as told in the Bible, he's a right guy. So it's right and wrong, no? It's as simple as that. You're not supposed to have that, do that every day. Why you made a religion out of it? Anyway, so that's where I saw the just like in Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all that. I saw that in Christianity. I saw it in the Bible. I've been reading Bible since I don't know when. So anyway, so now I see like actually Adam figured it out, and now the guys who claim God, like Yahweh, you said that the day you will die, the day you eat that fruit, you'll die. Like once you know the whole the tree, there's a tree in the Garden of Eden, like tree of knowledge of right and wrong. Once you eat that, you will die. In the sense, like, you're out of the circle. You won't have the benefits of life, the comforts of life. No fridge, no AC, no washing machine, no bloody bike or car or XYZ, anything like that. No bank account, nothing. You just go out there, live like a bloody beggar. Dig out, I mean, like, work the soil, grow your own crops. It's there. So, the religion came first. Sanatan religion came first. They say Hinduism is not a religion though. It's a terminology where you should and do some homework. So what happens is, like, story evolves over time, life evolves, generations change. That way, like, when it came to Eden and all that, even this, uh, you know, same story but different face kind of thing. So there's a lot in that sense. And then came Islam. Everybody wants land. So this religion, what you say, it's politics. Uh, Face of the same coin, like, right and wrong. Religion binds your senses. What you should think, what you shouldn't think, and yeah, the other one, what, politics, laws, and XYZ. It binds your actions, like, it channelizes your actions to, in a different, I mean, like, defined path. Okay, now this becomes more crazier again. So, level up. Okay, the thing is, why it happens and all that. I think, I don't know what should I say now. Now you know that it's. You should ask yourself, like, whenever, like, when you go to pray or whatever you do, like, which came first, politics or religion? A lot of people say parallel, they came together, but I'll tell you it's politics. Okay, logically, even if you think logically, it's politics. Because imagine the first family, you have a first son. Okay, so it's okay to manage, like, whatever he asks, you give him. The moment you have another child, you need to manage your resources, govern your resources properly. That's politics. So these two grow up and they have two families again. Then one guy is working hard. Okay, the other guy, it's always the younger guy. Okay, who is dependent on his brother. He keeps taking and all that. And when the governance goes for a toss there. The moment it becomes a crowd. When it comes to community, it becomes politics. Because somewhere down in the posts of Facebook, I have always said, like, crowd breeds, what do you call that? Corruption, garbage. And corruption breeds crowd to sustain itself. So the answer is in that. But once you get to this point, I'll take you to another level. Once you get this fact that why do we kill each other, like, when you don't actually want to? You know, I don't want to fight with anyone. I don't want to hate anyone. I don't want to really do the things that are happening around. You might want to find out who you are actually. I can tell you exactly who you are. I can see a lot of things what you can't see. Uh, Never ask yourself, like, the religion that you've been following, it already has what had happened, what is happening, and what is going to happen. Yet, you're not at peace. Why? You're missing something. I think you should ask yourself that. Alright. But if somebody thinks of killing me or something like that, you better be sure you know how to kill. Because I've seen million lives. I'm not of this. I'm not of this place, as you feel, not oddity, like, energy wise. Know this creation is a prison for all of us. None of us are same, but we have the same energy. We are like batteries. You know that level. That level of sensory level. I'll take you because the sun is going to flip. We are molecular bodies. The flow of positive negative charges will change, and the things that you'll think will change. So, but I think I'll end it this time. I've seen a lot, like, and I'm bored. Okay, so try to get a hang of it. Loser signing out.